Vernissage. Vernissage. Vernissage.
911, what's your emergency?
There's a woman. There's a body.
A woman's body, sir?
She's here. But not all of her. Not all of her.
Calm down, sir. Can you tell me if the woman is breathing?
She has her tail. She has no face.
I'm Ingrid Mendoza, and you're in Killer Country. This week, we're diving into the bizarre death of Mirabel Diaz. Mirabel dreamed of becoming a Hollywood actress, but trapped in the small seaside town of Mystic Bay, Florida, her options were limited. She'd book an occasional used car commercial or a clown at a child's birthday party, but legitimate opportunities were few and far between. Eventually, however, Mirabel found a path to acting in an unexpected place, Wild Tides Water Park. There, Mirabel donned a long silver tail and a shimmering tube top. 5 days a week, rain or shine, she'd swim in a massive glass tank, smiling at tourists and posing for pictures. At Wild Tides, Mirabel became Miss Mirabel, the magic mermaid of Mystic Bay. Then, on August 24th, 2012, everything changed. Hurricane Braden tore through Mystic Bay, destroying 65 homes, 34 Shake Shacks, and leaving at least one person missing: Mirabel Diaz. Frank Wild, the longtime owner of Wild Tides Water Park, was among the last to see her alive.
She was a pretty redhead. Some say she had webbed feet. She never wanted to talk. Now, I don't like to speak ill of the dead, but she was a little cold. Snobby, you might say. When the hurricane was coming, I told her, hey, sweetie, you can stay with me. Because, this place is a fortress. I got hurricane shutters, sandbags, the whole shebang. A bunker with a sauna, screening room, bowling alley. Regulation bowling alley, do you understand? Yeah, the real deal. Yeah, I told her. I got 2 months worth of beans. Yeah, all kinds of beans. Right? Black beans, kidney beans, pine-toe beans, lima beans, soybeans, jelly beans. Yeah, I was worried, because she lived all by herself. I owned the building she lived in, and I knew it was, I knew she wouldn't have beans. But she told me she'd be okay on her own. Yeah, maybe if she just stayed at my place. You wonder what might have been. But she said no, she didn't even like beans.
I spoke with Frank at his home over 3-bean salad. From where we sat on an expansive back patio festooned with marble statues of dolphins, women, and dolphin women, we could see the very top of Wild Tide's Megalodon Mega Twister. It's a massive water slide, just over 100 feet tall, that shoots park visitors into the waiting jaws of a fiberglass megalodon.
Please, this park employs half the damn town easily. We added that big slide, the friggin' orcas. It's a sight to see, especially the mermaids. And Mirabel, well, she was the most popular one. You really just never think of something happening to a girl like that in a place like this. Well, except for that time when those kids got eaten during the alligator parade. Or the time the clowns went feral. Oh, or that time when the old guy...
Behind us, something bumps. Hard. Against a glass wall.
Don't mind her. That's Cannellini. Here, girl. Come here. Come on, sweet bean.
Frank Wild, heir to the Wild Bean Company fortune, is an avowed animal lover. His home, a concrete monolith rising from the steaming marsh, includes a massive glass pyramid teeming with all sorts of aquatic marvels, including, most notably, a 6-foot albino alligator named Cannellini. He also owns a narwhal, 7 dolphins, roughly 16 flamingos, 3 tigers, 7 pythons, a wild boar, and several ostriches. Most are named after beans. Frank goes on.
I used to have a whole mess of macaws, too. But every hurricane, more of them escaped. Sometimes I still see them flying over the house. I guess they wanted to be free. Yeah, whatever that means. Anyway, she was a nice girl. Sometimes. And it's a shame what happened.
Jessa Lynn Garcia, another mermaid at Wild Tides Water Park, remembers Mirabelle a bit differently.
She was just sweet as pie. She really was. And such a pretty little thing. For a brunette? Except for the gills. She was always giving me real nice tips, you know, about what to do with my clothes or my hair. She'd come up to me while we'd be putting our tails on and say something like, "Oh, Jessalyn, you know, you would look so good as a blonde." Or, "Oh, Jessalyn, don't go to that Shake Shack on August 24th. I had a vision." And, you know, she was always the second runner-up at pageants. Almost Miss Key Lime Pie. Almost the Orange Blossom Queen. Almost Ambassador to Kazakhstan. Yeah, people don't realize it, but it takes a lot of character to keep showing up after losing out over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm proud of my titles. Always will be. I don't take the honor of being the Orange Blossom Queen 6 straight years in a row lightly, but, you know, I admired Mirabelle, too. And she had a good heart. She'd volunteer all the time. She'd perform for the little old people down at the senior center. Sing that song from that mermaid movie, I'm in Your World, or whatever it's called. I don't know, my children only watch godly movies. But she'd sing that. She didn't have children, so maybe she didn't realize. Or a husband, which I also have, so. Oh, and she was a perfectionist. So she'd sing that same song over and over till she got it right.
Welcome to
20,
today's
30
guided
times.
meditation session.
The old people would tell her she
I'm
didn't
so
have
glad
to,
you're here.
that she could stop at any time.
For the
but
next 20 minutes,
she was happy
I'll
to
be
do
guiding
it.
you
She
towards
was a
seeking
natural
peace in
performer.
times of chaos.
Oh, so gifted.
I
was
invite
never
you to
like that.
find a comfortable
I mean,
position,
you
be
know,
it in a
everyone's
chair,
different.
on the floor,
Some of us are
or
more
on a
into
cushion.
the artistry of
Be
it
sure
all.
to sit up straight.
I'm a Wild
Your
Tides
arms
Water Park
resting
mermaid
comfortably
because
on your
I
lap.
believe it's important
Your
to
palms
provide
facing
families
down.
with wholesome, all-ages
If
entertainment
you're
at
seated
an
in a
affordable
chair,
price. But
I invite you to
others,
place both feet
you know,
firmly
they like
on the
the
ground.
attention. Not that,
If
not
you're
that
seated
I'm
on the
blaming her
floor
for
or
what
upon a
happened.
cushion,
Gosh,
I
no.
encourage you to
She was
position
a nice
yourself in
person.
such a
She
way
didn't deserve
that
that.
you feel fully
Not at all.
grounded
You
and
just
supported.
never think something like that would
I'll
happen
give you
in
a
a
few more
teeny
seconds
little
to find the
teensy
position that's
weensy
right
town
for
like
you.
Mystic Bay. I mean, besides that time that poor boy was pushed into that hydraulic press, or
Ready?
that old man who spontaneously
Let's begin.
combusted in the Publix parking lot. But
You
other
can
than that,
close
you
your
just
eyes,
never think
or
of bad
just let
stuff
your
happening
vision
here.
gradually
It was
soften.
so sad what
Whichever
happened
is
to her.
best for you.
Of course, we all suspected
Let's start
Jared.
by
He was
focusing on
weird.
our breath.
He followed her around like a puppy.
There
A
may be other
weird
things
puppy.
vying for your
Mirabelle's
attention.
disappearance
Sound,
left a mark on the minuscule
smell,
town of Mystic Bay, with
traffic,
search missions tampered by
children,
downed power lines and felled
pets,
trees. As days turned into
keyboards
weeks,
clicking,
the town's optimism
footsteps
began
down
to
the hall.
fade. That said, losing
Hydraulic
hope is
presses,
something of a custom for residents of
the
Mystic
hum
Bay.
and drone
For
of
years,
electrical
competing theme
appliances.
parks, virus outbreaks, daylight savings, and
If
a
this
quickly
Pandora
shifting
thought
culture
should try to
led
pull
to
your
a
attention
downturn in
away,
park numbers.
That's all right.
Hey, come on now. Wild
Just
Tides is
softly bring
still
your
top
focus
quality.
back to
Some of
your
the best damn entertainment in the state. I don't care what anyone thinks, right?
Now,
But the fact of the
let's
matter
breathe in
is,
for 3 counts.
kids don't go
Allowing
for that
your
anymore.
chest and belly
Yeah, they'd rather
to
be on their
expand
phones playing
fully.
Candy Crush or Roblox Adopt Me or Neal.fun
That's
than
good.
at a park with their folks.
Now hold your
So
breath for 3
people
counts.
stopped coming. And then, of course, that's when they found her. Or what was left
Well
of her.
done.
What was
Next,
left of Mirabelle
release your
was
breath
found
through your
by
mouth
Jared Holt
with an
on
audible
November
sigh
15th,
for 6
2012,
counts.
3 months
Ready?
after she went missing. That's his voice you heard in the 911 call at the top of the episode.
She has her tail. She has no face.
Very good.
When Chipko County Police
Now,
arrived at the scene,
let's do
they
that
discovered
again.
a grisly sight.
Breathe in.
Mirabelle Diaz, lodged in the
two,
jaws of the Megalodon
three,
Megatwister, her mermaid
and hold.
tail curled daintily
One,
beneath her on the ancient beast's pink
three.
fiberglass tongue.
And now gently
The
breathe out
park's
with a
earliest
sigh.
attendees, a group of school children from the St. Brendan the Navigator Institute for Marine Biology,
Good.
followed Jared's gaze.
One last
the
time.
park's famed mermaid
Focus
staring
on the
back
breath.
at them.
How it
That
feels
is,
filling
if
your
she
lungs.
could have stared
And
back.
how it feels flowing
Jessalyn
out.
Garcia
back
remembers
into
the
the world.
day vividly.
Oh,
There
he
is
was all
always
cat and
stillness
tonic when
to
he
be
first saw
found
her.
here.
You know, like
The
he
peace
couldn't
amid
move
the
or
chaos.
blink
You
got
or
mail.
say a single word.
Breathe in.
Oh, poor thing.
One,
He just stood
two,
there, looking into
three.
the hole where her face
Hold.
had been.
You've got mail.
One,
It was all
2,
sunk
three.
in
and
a
release.
pit.
1,
No offense to Mirabelle, but
two,
you know, I think it was the worst I've ever
four.
seen her look.
5.
And it was the first day since the hurricane that the park was open to the
Wonderful.
public. That's
Now
that's
that
what's
you've
so
begun
sad
to
about
relax,
it. November
let's
is always a
continue to
slow
bring your
month. The
focus
water's
further
cold, the
inward.
sun sets early. It's peak
If you
season for the
experience
flushing and algae that
distracting
sometimes
thought,
grows on the lazy river inner
just let
tubes.
it pass.
But we
got
lost so
mail.
much
Work,
money because of the storm that we were all just so
obligations.
excited for the park to open back
Let
up
them
again.
all fall away.
And someone
just
had just
quietly
up
bring your
and
focus
shoved
back
poor
to
little
your
old
breathing,
Mirabelle into the big old shark's
to your
mouth.
body,
How's that for taking the steak
to
right out of your
your
popsicle?
inner peace.
Now, Jessalyn had a
Your
pretty good
breath
idea of who
is
was
your
responsible.
It
But first,
is your peace in times of chaos.
You've got mail.
speaking of
you stray,
popsicles,
You've got
when's
mail.
the last time
Distracted.
you enjoyed a mouthful of
return
fresh,
to your
home-cooked food? Between work and errands, there's never time to cook a proper meal.
Now,
That's where
I want
Dinner
you to
Dash comes
picture a
in.
string
Dinner
that
Dash is a
runs from the
weekly
top
meal
of your
delivery
head
service
to
focused
the
on
soles
fresh,
of your
organic
feet.
ingredients with recipes
Follow the
chosen
string
by
in your
real
mind.
chefs.
And
Best of all,
moving
Dinner
your
Dash meals
awareness down
never
through the length of the
expire.
body.
Using our
Allow
secret
each
technology,
part
we
to
have made
relax
eggs that
and
last
soften.
forever. Get 20% off
If
your
you've
first
got
Dinner
mail,
Dash
and
it
weekly
feels
meal kit
comfortable
with
for you,
code
you
KILLER20.
can tense
Dinner
and
Dash,
You've got
meals
mail.
that are
release each
eternal.
body part as you
Back to
scan.
the case.
Feel free to adjust your
Here's
position as
Jessalyn.
needed at
Now, the
any
first
time
thing you
throughout
gotta
this
understand
meditation.
about Mystic Bay is that it's a
You've
small
got mail.
town.
You should
Yeah,
feel
real
any
small,
discomfort
itty
during
bitty.
this exercise.
So everyone knows
Simply
everyone
take
here.
note of it.
I went to school with Jared
Observe
and
the
Mirabelle, worked
sensation.
alongside them here at the park.
There's no need to try to
Jared-
change it.
Well, I can say this,
Note
right?
the
Because I know
feeling.
him.
You've
And
got
then
mail.
He's
move on.
probably
You've got
just about
mail.
the worst mascot
Ready?
we've ever had.
Let's
The only
begin.
reason he kept his job is because no one else wanted to wear the costume. And when I say
We'll
he wanted to
start
wear
at
the
the crown
costume,
of your
I
head,
mean he really,
relaxing the scalp.
really, really,
As you
really
move
wanted
down,
to wear the
You can
costume.
relax your brow,
Like,
letting
really.
the eyes soften.
Like, not in
Let
a
tension melt
God-honoring
away
way.
from your temples, down your cheeks, the length
Jared
of your
Holt
nose.
had dressed as Wild
You've got
Tide's
mail.
Water
Allow the
Park's
lift to
iconic
soften.
mascot, Manny the Manatee, since dropping out of Mystic Bay High School
You've got
in
mail.
Relax your tongue,
1999.
letting it float.
His costume
You've
consisted
got
of
mail.
a massive suit carved of fleece and
loosening the
foam,
jaw.
complete
You've
with
got mail.
flippers,
You've
a
got
floppy
mail.
headpiece,
Around your face,
and Manny's
taking
signature
gentle
orange
note of where
flip-flops.
and how
All told,
you tend
the
to
costume
hold
weighed in
attention.
at a staggering 140 pounds and was said to have reached internal temperatures
all
of
hold
up to
You've got
100
mail.
degrees, 310
You've got
Kelvin
mail.
in
is to
the
observe
searing
the
You've
way
got
Florida
mail.
heat.
your bodies react.
Past Manny the
Without
Manatees have
judgment
been
or
recorded
criticism.
passing out from the extreme
Replacing
temperature,
stiffness
including
and
one
tension
Manny who, in
with softness
1973,
and
collapsed face first into a child's birthday cake, and another who,
continue down,
in 1985,
softening the
became
throat,
partially baked within the
relaxing
You've
suit
got
while
mail.
conducting a water safety demonstration
The
at the park's
shoulders
wave pool.
drop.
For years,
Your
Wild
arms
Tide's water
become
park
heavy.
officials could not find workers
Then your
willing
wrists.
to put on the suit.
You've got
Your
mail.
fingers,
Whoa. Change the design? Yeah, no.
the
no.
chest expands,
Out of the question.
filled with air.
That Manny the Manatee suit was designed by my own dad,
Breathing out.
You've
Frank
got mail.
Wild Sr. Jr. He
The
had
belly
two dreams.
melts.
To sell quality
The
beans at
hips and
affordable
pelvis
prices across the
slacken.
continental United States of America, and to make a true
The thighs are pulled
man-manatee
down
hybrid he
towards
referred to
your chair
as
or the floor.
the humanity.
Fully grounded.
You've got
And that
mail.
damn suit, that's the second
The
closest he
knees
ever got to it.
relax.
So no, I'd never change it.
down to the calves
If you
and the
think the
shins,
suit's too heavy or too
softening
stinky
too
or too
now.
what have you,
the ankles,
well, that's a personal failing.
the small bones
Man up.
in each toe.
And manatee up. Yeah, come on, change the suit? What, are
Very
you
good.
kidding me with this?
You
Breathe
could
in.
smell the suit before
One,
you saw it. I'd
two,
say it was closest
three.
to. You ever have
and
a
hold.
Florida-style pizza?
One,
Well,
You've got
you
mail.
take a handful of saltine
Three.
crackers and sort of
And
spread them out on a paper plate with sprayed
One,
cheese, turtle jerky, and a little bit of gas station
three,
pickle, and a sprinkling of boiled peanuts.
five,
Just leave it out for a little bitty bit, let the sunshine do its magic, and voila, you got yourself a meal. Now, it's
You've
delicious,
got mail.
but you'll be smelling it for about a mile, 2 miles out if the wind hits just right. I don't really eat that sort of food, personally.
and
The
one more
Manny the
time.
Manatee soup smelled
Inhale,
sort of like that.
expanding the
Florida
You've
style
got
chest
pizza.
mail.
Or rotten broccoli.
Despite the suit's numerous
You've
downsides,
got mail.
there was one
Audible
person
You've got
more
mail.
than willing to don it around the park.
If you find that your
Jared
mind begins to wander,
Jared,
that's all right.
well, he strayed
Think
from
of
the
each
light of the
thought
Lord.
as a
I can tell
cloud
you that much for
in an
nothing.
otherwise
Tampering
bright
with the divine
blue
design.
sky.
He had a lot of awe.
You can watch the clouds go
Predications.
by.
He was
You can observe it with a
fuzzy.
sense of gentle
I met with Jared Holt
curiosity.
at the Chipco County
You've
Jail.
got mail.
It's a small,
You've got
peach-colored
mail.
structure
Every
across from
client
a
passes.
former
You've
Sears
got
Church
mail.
Spirit
The
Halloween.
sky is
When
blue
I first learned about
and
it
clear
online,
once
I'd always
again.
liked to draw. Kind of.
You
Like
can observe
You've got
funny
mail.
animals.
from a
Or animals with,
distance.
like,
Always
bazooka
bringing your
arms.
focus
Just
back
funny
to
stuff,
your
you know?
breath.
Whatever pops into my head.
Let your
Like
breath
maybe I'll
be
draw a
your
manatee
anchor.
with big muscles and bazooka arms.
Your breath
Or
can
maybe I'll
always
feel more
guide
like
you
drawing
back
a bazooka that
towards a
shoots out
sense of
manatees
peace
with, really
in
huge
times of
muscles.
chaos.
There's a lot of symbolism there if you think about it.
Breathe in.
Not
You've
that a
got
lot of
mail.
people think about it.
You've got mail.
I have a real respect for
Three.
all Sirenians.
Hold.
That's the term for aquatic mammals like manatees and dugongs, by the way.
And
Sirenian.
exhale. One,
Like a siren, like a mermaid.
3,
You know,
4,
they think sailors invented
5,
mermaids because they saw
6.
manatees out in the water and fell in love with them.
I asked Jared whether his appreciation for Sirenians extended to Mirabelle. He grows quiet, sullen, and then
Mirabelle, no.
You've
I
got
don't
mail.
think of her that way.
You've got mail.
She was
Check in
pretty,
with your
sure.
body.
Long pinkish hair,
observing
cross-eyed.
whatever comes up.
She was a friend to me. Nothing less,
Where
nothing
on your
more.
body do you
After
feel
all, she
warmth,
was the one to pull me out of that pool train.
coldness,
the incident to
Take
which
note of the
Jared is
sensation of
referring
fabric
occurred in
against the
June of
skin,
2001
of the places
and has
where
since
your
become
body is making
local
contact
legend
with
around the
another
microscopic
surface,
town of
be it
Mystic
your
Bay.
chair or the
Jared
floor.
Holt, then 19, had gone on
Try
break.
to approach
Like
each
many
sensation
Wild Tide Water
with
Park
neutral
workers, fighting the
curiosity.
miasmic heat of a June afternoon
got
with
mail.
can
This
after
approach
can of
with our
fluorescent
emotional
yellow
responses
alcoholic
as well.
energy drinks,
You've
Taking
got
he
note
mail.
of
suffered
any
a
feelings
lapse
that
in
arise
judgment.
throughout our day.
Against park rules,
Relief,
he stripped off his heavy
confusion,
mascot suit and,
frustration,
accompanied by several other intoxicated park
inquisitiveness.
employees, dove into
There's
the
no need to
inviting,
interrogate
aqua-colored
or
waters
interrupt
of the
these
Wild
feelings.
Tide wave pool.
There's no need to attach judgment.
Jessa Lynn,
We
like
don't need
nearly
to
everyone
assign
else in the
labels to
unbelievably
these
tiny town of
sensations.
Mystic Bay, has heard
We can
every
simply
detail of
observe
what
them
transpired that fateful
move on.
afternoon.
the wave pool.
Our
Oh, my
lives
stars
are
and
often
heavens.
fast-paced,
Well,
with
we're not
many
supposed to be
screens,
fraternizing with the
people, and
customers, the park goers.
responsibilities
That's the
vying
first
for
thing.
our
It's
attention.
important to have boundaries,
You've
or else
got
the
mail.
customers will try to
Sometimes
get
feel
away
that
with
peace
every little
is
thing.
something
You've got
that
mail.
Bringing
exists
corn dogs
outside
on the
of our
water
daily
slide to
lives.
putting their bits and pieces in the jellyfish
But the
tank.
truth is,
And then there's the
peace
fact that
is
Manny the
accessible.
manatee should never be seen out of
We can
costume.
carry it
You've
with
That's
got
the second
mail.
thing. It
You've
scares the
got
little
mail.
children
Tap into
seeing
a
a bright
sense of
pink human man wearing nothing
even
but
when
swim
there is a
trunks and a
whirlwind
manatee
of
mascot head.
activity.
It's
We
unnatural.
can always observe
And then, of course,
and take
there's the
note of our
prophecy.
bodies
You've got
That's the
mail.
third thing.
and flow
first-
of our breath. We can take a few seconds
When it
or a
comes to
few
looking
minutes
out for your
to feel
future,
our
do you
feet
know who
against
to
the floor.
trust? Invest
Our
in your
hands
tomorrow
against a
today with
supportive
Chipco
surface.
County Bank and Loan. With Chipco County Bank and Loan, you can rest
can
assured
approach
your
our
money is
daily
working as
routines
hard
with a
as you
sense of
are using the
peace
power of
by slowing
state-certified
down
psychic
and observing
accountants.
the sights and
Astrological
sounds around
accounting
us.
harnesses the power of the planets to
By
grow
approaching
your
our
wealth
tasks and our
astronomically.
sensations with this
Open an account
mindfulness,
today and receive a
we can start
complimentary
to make
framed
sense
birth
of
chart.
all the noise
Aries in your
around
second
us.
house, Pisces in your eighth,
Peace
It's no matter.
is
With
ready to
Chipco
be
County
found.
Bank and Loan, even Gemini
Even
placements
in
can
times
look
of
forward to
stress.
financial security.
Even
And if you
amid
use
the
code
bustle
KILLER50
and
within
noise
30
of our
days,
You've got
you can
mail.
receive an extra $50 cash
Breathe
bonus
in.
just for signing up.
1,
Chipco
2,
County Bank and Loan.
3.
We'll have you seeing stars.
1,
And now, back to the case.
You've got mail.
The prophecy, as everyone knows,
3.
foretells the return of a creature known only as the anomaly. Its name cannot be uttered by human tongues, and human minds cannot conceive of its form. And the anomaly
got mail.
starves for
You've
the
got
flesh
mail.
of non-believers. Every 130 years, like clockwork,
let's
it
sit for a
returns to feed.
and observe
Like,
our
even
natural
little kids know this,
breathing.
right? What happens is, you go into the wave pool, you hold onto your boogie board,
You've got
you
mail.
hear the murmurs,
Where do you
and you
feel
heed
your
those
breath
dang
the
murmurs,
most?
Miss Ma'am. I'll tell you that much.
In your
You
chest?
heed the
Your belly?
dang on murmurs.
You may feel an expansiveness across your
Well,
ribcage,
sure.
or
Yeah,
even your
I
shoulders.
knew about the prophecy.
You've got mail.
But you've got to keep in
Notice the
mind,
quality of
hundreds,
your
if not
breath.
tens of people go into
How
that
deep
wave pool, and
is
most
your
of them
breath?
come out totally fine. So,
How
I guess,
shallow?
I thought I'd be okay.
There
And
is
then I
no
got stuck in the
wrong
pool
way
drain.
to feel your breath.
Well, I mean, just
Observe it.
And it was none other than Mirabel Diaz who saved Jared from developing
want
the
you to
same
take a
pelvic
moment now
vestige as
and
his
imagine
beloved
you're in
siren
a
Ian's.
tranquil
she
place,
dove right in and pulled me out by the
a place of
manatee head.
rest, a
Everyone
place
else
of
just stood by the
peace.
edge of the pool yelling, prophecy,
There is a wide
prophecy.
blue sky
But
above
Mirabel
you.
acted. She did something.
Temperature
She saved
is
my life.
perfect.
Back to Jessa
Not
Lynn.
too hot, not too
They said
cold.
he came out of that pool drain with a
The
pop
air is sweet.
like that. And I mean,
It feels
Upgrade.
was it a good
breezy.
thing he didn't drown Dingle
Purchase.
from that first wave
Purchase.
pool to feel the
Corner
insatiable,
hit.
horrible force that rules over a universe of dying planets?
Corner hit.
And also,
There is a lake here.
Critical
Water's
hit.
perfectly
You've
still.
got
Because the
mail. You've
anomaly
got mail.
The blue
will
sky is reflected in the
always
lake,
get
and
what it
looking into
wants.
the
You've got
you can watch
mail.
the clouds.
Always.
It is part of
From
the
that
landscape
point
here.
on,
No good,
Jared
not
and
bad.
Mirabel were
Simple
said to
fact
be
of nature.
Corner
inseparable.
hit.
The beautiful mermaid always followed closely by the familiar scent of sweat
Corner
and
hit.
fused foam.
And exhale.
Corner
It
hit.
was just
Corner,
really that I was
corner
grateful.
hit.
I mean,
You've got mail.
Mirabel wasn't ever exactly
You've
nice
got
to me
mail.
before that. She'd never so much
Corner
as
hit. Critical
Mermaids and
hit.
mascots.
Corner hit. Corner
You
hit.
know,
It comes close.
so I sort of helped her around the
Critical
park a bit,
hit.
just as a thank you. I
Upgrade.
wheeled her around and
Purchase.
got her a
Purchase.
table.
Entire veil.
Steal snacks for her sometimes.
Corner
Into the
hit.
She
sunlight
loved
and
fun.
look at the
Critical
We
hit.
play a game where she pretended to be like
You've
a
got
seal
mail.
or something, and I tossed
Imagine
fun
the
into
mountains
her
Critical
mouth.
across the wide
hit.
expanse of
Although
sky.
Corner
I
critical
she
hit.
said no, she was the
No place
seal,
to be here.
and I couldn't have any fun
Critical
either.
hit.
But mostly it
Corner
was surprisingly great. I even drew
Corner
a picture of
hit.
her as a muscly manatee with a bazooka.
Corner hit.
She said it was dumb, but
At this
And again.
point,
Breathe in.
Jared
1,
begins to
2,
sob.
3.
As I
And
give him
hold.
a moment to
1,
compose himself, I think
Next.
about the impact Mirabel Diaz had on such a
Critical
not
hit.
so different from
Critical
orcas and
hit.
the nurse sharks.
Critical
To
hit.
Jessalyn,
Corner
she
You've
hit.
got
was
mail.
a wave building on the
You've got
horizon.
mail.
You will always welcome
And to
him with joy
Jared,
and curiosity.
she was part savior, part
Level.
muse,
Corner
a
hit.
complicated mixture of things like
Corner
silver
hit.
and drums. Jared wipes away his tears
Breathe
with
in.
the back of one hand
2,
and
3.
continues.
And hold.
she said the
Corner
drawing was super
hit.
dumb. I think she even laughed at me.
Corner
It hurt, I
hit.
guess.
4,
A lot.
6.
You've
But when
got
I went to
mail.
clear out her locker,
The feeling
You
of
know,
fills our
after
lungs,
finding
and again,
her on the
as we release it
slide,
back out into the world,
I
with an
saw
inevitable
it.
sigh.
There it was, taped to the inside of her locker. It was the only thing she had in there.
And that